Hey Taurus, we have a full moon in your sign tomorrow night. Pretty bright, might see it sooner. I'm going to go ahead and get you some messages for November. Taurus placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. My name is Firestorm Shan, and this is Firestorm Entertainment Tarot. Remember, Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. All right. We're going to be using the Wild Unknown Alchemical Guidebook today by Kim Kranz. So let's get it. Interesting. I don't even think I pronounced that word, y'all. Oh, wow. Beautiful. It's the second time I've seen a red snake today. We've got the white rose, which represents purity, and then we do have a snake, which can be temptation or it can mean lust. Rosa, Mel, Apabus, the red and the white rose. And then this one here. Oh, you got the moon card too. We're going to take it. Oop, there's two there. Just that one. Oh, and there's Mercury. Mercury is in Sagittarius right now, I think. Okay, we got to pull it. It's the moon card. And the full moon is in your sign. Coagulation. Interesting. Coagulation. It's like when blood coagulates, like something that cuts but is brought back together and dried. Something that has been cut and caused a spillage will heal. It will coagulate. I immediately think it looks like a bird's nest, to be honest with you, with this ball here of twigs and sticks but there's eyeballs. There's a red eyeball. There's a blue eyeball. There's a green eyeball. There's a gold. Oh, I'm seeing a crow. But this red eyeball's got me the most. And the blood redness of this, um, hmm. Every rose has its thorns, so something is going to stick. Could have something to do with love and romance or something that's about to unfold. Something is unfolding so that it can be brought back together again. It feels like a little bit of a sting. We're going to work with the book because this is a very, what is the word? Spiritual book. And it's got a lot of layers and depthness to it that most decks don't have. So if we can find them, I'll pull them up. And of course, they're in Roman numeral language, which I can't really read very well. Here, let's just pause it for just a second while I find it. Sorry, y'all, I got it finally. Okay, it is a vital force, arising and awakening. We're clarifying this card here, the red and the white rose. In the laboratory, the merging of the red and the white is an extinguished moment. It means something is coming to life before the alchemist's eyes. The pristine white of the rose is not threatened by the blood red pigment. Their mixing does not make pink. Rather, each color remains vital to itself, expressing its message, like the rod of Asclepius, 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 I don't know, which represents health and vitality. All right. The floss sapiotum appears to signify the awakening of the physical as a gateway to the spiritual. Without the body, spiritual teachings remain conceptual. and not yet integrated into the everyday. This card encourages the alchemist to honor the body as a temple each and every day, observing it, listening to it, mining it for information and guidance. And at its height, this card signifies a mastery, a uniting of body to serve the soul's purpose, as seen in like of dancers, athletes, and during the birthing process. To go deeper, you can view Rashid Johnson's Anxious Red drawings from 2020 to ponder a white rose becoming red. In esoteric yoga practices, one may understand this card as the Kundalini rising, or the activation of what in Sanskrit is called the Ida, the Pingala, and the Shushumanadis. Okay, well, that's interesting that you say Kundalini rising. Yeah, because this is a period of, they say the snake serpent, it's actually here at the coil, all coiled up, like where your intestines are, inside of you. And as you are awakening and aligning, that begins to stretch. It goes through all your chakras. It's the snake, which is about change and transformation. But when the chakras are opened, then you become a portal, a conduit, a clear portal and a conduit. That's why they're saying like this is for dancers and athletes and during the birthing process, because you have to let yourself go, and unite the inner with the outer and work into agreement and tandem together. Um, just a quick testimony. I can tell you I had a spiritual encounter one time where I was going through a prickly situation, a little bit of a dark night of the soul, a few years back, and I passed out. I blacked out. I couldn't handle the stress. But when I came to, I heard in my head Kundalini rising. And I didn't even know what Kundalini meant or was. But something was rising in me, and it actually caused me to black out and pass out. So it can feel a little scary. It can feel a little overwhelming if you're not familiar with being opened up like a flower. Um, but it's just saying it is time to acknowledge that inner passion that you have, that Kundalini rising. Um, it doesn't make you an impure vessel. It makes you're still the same person on the outside. You're still white, even though this beautiful red snake is trying to rise up and flow through you to open you up like a flower. Now, I'm seeing this coagulation, and I'm still seeing it as blood, because it feels like when you grab this rose, it's a sticky, sticky situation, so you could get a splinter. Okay? You, I, I'm seeing all kinds of stuff in my head. I'm seeing people doing blood rituals. I don't really do those kinds of things, but I'm seeing somebody do that. If not, um, not your thing, it's not what you're doing. This could have to do with family, DNA. And just because you came out of your mother's womb doesn't mean you look exactly like her. You are a piece of her. Because birth is also here as well during the birthing process. Okay, just a moment, please. I'm going to pause while I dig this card up and try to find it. It's a new book, so I'm going to pause. So in this reference, coagulation means stuck. Adherence, solitude, and feeling stuck. This is the great alchemical operation of the earth. By way of this operation, we experience that which was fluid churning into a solid formation. The formerly disparate ingredients begin adhering together and fixed into a solid unit, if I could speak. The result is visible, reliable, and eventual, concrete. When you hear the phrase, it is finally taking shape, coagulation is underway. Okay. The shadow aspect of coagulation is that the elements may have come together without much awareness, and in turn they become unconsciously attached. Inertia and resentment set in. Oh, these parts can no longer separate, even if they wish to. Many long term relationships have coagulation aspects, a naturally occurring codependency, which by both parties feels unseen or unknown as individuals. The work of coagulation is to experience the merging with others while not losing oneself to the mush. Wow, okay. That just took me 10 minutes to get into. So to go deeper, they say you could look at some sculptures of Louis Nevelson. To ponder is merging into traffic, so you don't, crash into people while you're driving. You still stay in your own lane. Sulfur and lead are agents of coagulation. Take note if these cards appear in the same reading, as it could indicate an advanced state of stuckness. I don't see that. Um, just have the moon here, which has got to do with your emotions, and the moon being about your values and your systems, belief systems, kind of like by the book. When this card appears, the alchemist must discern whether the earth element is helping or hindering the work. Oh. The attachment of one of benevolence or convenience. So we just go and buy to get by and just kind of rub enough on each other so much that we're starting to lose our individuality. Chiron is in Aries right now, which has got to do with our independent focal points of who we see ourselves as, our identities. So there's a great awareness coming through for us at this time. For you, are you being stuck in the earthly realm? Now, as a Taurus, positive traits of you are stability, security, um, gets things done, does a good job, um, has great values. But if you are going to get stuck in Earth, which is saying here, what is hindering the work? Is something becoming an attachment or a convenience to you? Has it become just normal to not be independent and just follow the ways that everybody else does things? Luna here is a good time to release with the full moon what is no longer serving you. And they're saying that something you were coagulating yourself to is not really a true piece of your identity. You've taken on a piece of someone else's identity. Or are they yours? Identity theft? Hang on a sec. The moon card. The moon represents the mother of all mysteries. Once a month, it slips into full spotlight and then quietly disappears, only to initiate the cycle again, gifting us with the message of impermanence. The moon reminds us we are in constant transition, a continual process of letting go. It is the yin principle, one of listening rather than speaking. This card may indicate a time of rest and restoration in order or that a new depth of spiritual practices can calls. Dreams and memories may be especially vivid now. The gates to the liminal realms have opened. The alchemist's task is to be receptive to its messages. Be patient, though, as the moon speaks in the language of symbols, and deciphering its messages takes time and receptivity. Magic is afoot, so sink into it, sweet child. And they say to go deeper, you can practice some yoga nidra, the subtle art of dreaming while awake, and to ponder is the center of the moon. So do some lunar gazing. The moon has a cooling and soothing effect on the psyche. In a reading, think of this lunar card bringing a sense of ease and stillness to the surrounding cards. So yeah, it's just lighten up, Francis. It's okay to be who you are. If you're feeling dis-ease, that's because you've taken on someone else's dis-ease. Could be their stress, could be their problems, Notice what stage the moon is in when you do your readings. New moons and full moons can be particularly potent times to do readings, but all of the moon's phases offer a unique energy. Yeah, and we're talking about the releasing it now. You're stepping into another layer of mystery, into a more spiritual side of who you are as well, Taurus. I feel like I'm resonating with somebody here that feels they're really tied up in knots on the inside, searching for their identity, wondering, what do I take from my parental upbringing? What do I take from social groups? Am I becoming codependent on them, or am I standing out in the crowd? It's time for you to stand out in the crowd. Kundalini's rising. hmm Talk to me about this red, white rose. Ace of Pentacles, brand new opportunity here for an advancement to either move or to grow financially. This is an earth energy, and we were talking about keeping this area in balance. So there is a new opportunity here for you in the earthly realms. It is a gift. A new opportunity is here. Ace of Cups. And a spiritual opportunity is here as well. The North Node is in Pisces, which is about spirituality. So 2 aces there. Lovely. And the 10 of Pentacles. Isn't that what you want? Stability, security, long-lasting legacy. All that's coming in for you. All that's here present for you. As the Kundalini rises, it's going to bring in together that water and earth and make a nice, beautiful blend. Why is coagulation here? This has something to do with family. Coagulation is here with the devil. That's that toxic codependency we were talking about, getting ensnared in other people's problems. There's a lot of people here with addictions and drinking as well in this picture. We have the moon here clarifying, again, the moon, a very mysterious time to do an introspection and releasing some sort of toxic codependent situation. Clarified by the devil and the full moon. Capricorn, Cancer, father, mother, yin and yang. We talked about it's time for the yin with the moon here. Not the yang. We're going to do the yin, which is receiving. 7 of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Interesting. You got an air sign here. An air sign that's spying on you. Might show up at your house. We're in a Mercury retrograde in November. So this person could be quite codependent on you. Could be a divine feminine with the moon card here. And we also have this Queen of Swords. Someone that you've invested in the past. Looks like they're really wanting to come towards you to heal a situation. Taking a look at some mistakes they've made in the past. What are these mistakes they've made in the past? Three of Cups, third party energies. What did they do with these Three of Cups? Magician in the reverse. They used third party energies to manipulate you. This air sign did. And then we've got the Knight of Cups. This person is very sneaky. Comes off looking very kind and sweet and generous and loving, but is a little messed up in the head, to be honest with you. They manifest. It's like with the Magician in the reverse and the Knight of Cups. This would be someone that says, here, I'm just coming over. I was thinking about you. I'm going to bring you a cup of coffee and, some lighthearted, energy and just kindness and stuff like that. But they're really doing it to spy out your liberties with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords and the Magician. The Mercury energy and Magician is in the reverse. So, I mean, it seems like they've tried to get over on you multiple times. There is a lesson here to be learned with the Seven of Pentacles. Someone brings in third-party energies to manipulate you for financial gain. And it's probably a family member. Tell me more about this devil. Resisting temptation. You're really resisting and holding back. Um, that's a Leo sort of energy, but it's like recognizing that you are the lone wolf. You are the leader of your pack. And to remain calm because this person could really irritate the crap out of you in this position. It's in the upright. So it's showing me that you're resisting the temptation to deal with this devilish situation. But what else can you tell me about this devil? Six of Pentacles. They need charity. They need help. They need money. Tell me about the moon. The moon is the star card and the Nine of Pentacles. Very mysterious time. This person could be recently single. They could have Aquarius in their chart, but they're very secretive. This person is probably very, into humanitarianisms, very much into their social groups. But the thing is that they are not getting, somebody's not getting what they want because of manipulation. So the reason why this is all coming out here is because the material realm is messed up here. We've got somebody that's love is more important. Money is more important than love. And there's your family dynamic with the Ten of Pentacles. And then here we go again. This is rising from the inside. This is rising up. Someone's feeling in knots. It's time to have that experience of Kundalini rising. What does this again mean? It means it's a maturing to where you're allowing yourself to get all unknotted, like your stomach's in knots. My stomach feels like it's in knots in this reading. Actions and advice. We have Judgment card at the bottom. You're going to use good judgment. This person has put you at a crossroads. Actions and advice. Three of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Ooh. Two of Wands. Okay, so they're going to come back to you. They're going to want to build something with you. But you're getting a hardcore no. with the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands, because you know that they're at a crossroads, or you are. And so therefore, you're not willing to work on this anymore. Three of Swords, I'm sorry, it doesn't look well with the Three of Swords coming out here. So the answer is no to third-party energies. No to third-party energies. No to third-party energies. No, no, no to third-party energies. They're manipulative, toxic, secretive, and codependent, and they're spying out your liberties. Can't stand that. So what will you do? Here you are, Emperor. You're going to stand in your power, and you're going to say, it's over for me. Scorpio death card. That's your opposite sign. Eight of Pentacles. You're telling them very clearly, no. I've tried to work with you before on this multiple times, and I always end up getting backstabbed. So for me, the answer is no. For me, this is truly over. For you, this is truly over. The red and the white rose. The coagulation and the moon. Well, that's what I see for you for November. That's some of the things you could be dealing with. It's a really super mysterious time. You might feel torn, especially if you're dealing with, people from the past. Mercury retrograde. Divine timing's at play. Here they come again. Do see you holding yourself back with the Strength card. And again, for you, it's over. It's over. It's over. All right, folks, that's what I have for you. I wish you all the luck in the world. I hope this helps you guys out for the month of November. Until next time.